it's obviously good to get up here in front of you after a victory, and the way they prepared. I'm proud of the way they prepared. It wasn't perfect. I'll probably say that to you every time I'm up here, but in order to, to be able to enjoy that victory and know we didn't play our best game, and there's plays and there's situations we have to clean up if we want to truly reach our full potential. We have to clean it up, but we'll look at it and we'll get it cleaned up. We'll address it in practice, and we get another opportunity in 7 days from now to get back out there and compete. And so, really proud of listen, it was good in all three phases. It was great to see Noah get back. The defense had three turnovers and a safety, and played lights out the second. Really played lights out for the majority of the game. And offensively, there's some bad, but there's some really good. There's some really good, and we got to clean up the bad and what the cause of the bad was, and then we'll continue to get back to work and be better. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
Front row on your right, John Bryce.
Hey, Marcus. I think that's like 8 of the last 10 quarters that you've held the opponent without a score, 3 turnovers today after 4 last week. You've talked clarity and velocity. Has there been a moment in practice in recent weeks where you've said, that's it, there's the clarity, that's leading to the velocity?
No. I mean, I wish I could say there was a moment. There's not. There's moments, there's plays, there's execution, there's work. It's just continuously hard work, evaluation, practice, corrections, and that's the formula, right? And there's never a moment you say, that's it, right? It's you look back over the season and you say, okay, maybe we changed and we got some things corrected and blah, 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 but, they have to understand it's the work you put in that gives you a chance to play that way. If they think it's a moment, then all of a sudden they think, all right, we're good now. No, it's the work you put in and the way you prepare that gives you an opportunity to play like that on Saturdays, and then you got to go and execute on Saturdays.
And then when you talk about cleaning some things up, a few penalties, but a few calls that were reviewed today that didn't get overturned or didn't go your way, since you're not a full ACC member, what's the process for you if you want to send clips in and have them reviewed?
Yeah, every Sunday you can, I think Sunday or Monday, you can submit clips in if you want clarification or you disagree with a call, and they'll give you a review. And, I mean, we do it every week. It's an every week thing, and it's just trying to, more than anything, get clarification on what you saw, why you saw it, how you're going to call it. And so that's all it is. They didn't have enough evidence to overturn a call or, confirm a couple calls. So, again, same as last week. They got a job to do. I could be upset if I won, but I got to worry about how's this team going to continuously get better.
Front row on the left, Tyler Horka.
Hey, Marcus, another efficient day for the offense in terms of moving the ball, yards per play, that type of thing. But when it comes down to those short yardage situations, what do you think the biggest inhibiting factor is in preventing you guys from doing what you need to do there?
Yeah, I'm trying to. The 4th and 1, I think that was the first drive of the game. No, the turnover on down the second drive of the game. We had a play call that we've called before. We want to win on an out, and they did a good job. They got the drop in underneath it, and they stopped us there. To me, it's not. I told the offense, it's not the 4th down plays, it's the plays leading up to that. It's the penalties. On every drive but one, I think, in the first half that we didn't score, there's a penalty. I said the same thing last week. There's penalties. You can't put yourself behind the sticks. And so we have to eliminate that with urgency. And then the one 4th and 8 or 4th and short down at the north end, the guy covered him, but that's a situation you want CJ just throw it up. It's a 50-50 ball. We believe that Malachi will make that play. And so that's just the situation on those particular plays, but there's plays in that series that we have to get cleaned up so we're not putting ourselves in a 4th down situation.
When you look at the 4-game winning streak, especially as of late, what do you kind of point to the most where you say, yep, that's where we're getting it done, that's why we're getting the results that we need?
You know what I'm going to say. It's the commitment and sacrifice to the process that we have, right? Maybe I'll say that in a different way. I could just say preparation, but the commitment to what we're asking our guys to do, the sacrifice they're making, the choice they have to make every single Saturday to put team before me, and the choice they have to make Monday through Friday to say, I have to elevate as an individual. I have to get better. If they continue to do that, they'll understand that we have room to grow. And this is where we're at. We got to continuously get better. And that's just, you have to train your mind to just focus on the moment, right? I know a lot of people focus on the big picture, but we can't. We have to focus on what we have in front of us. That's opportunity, one, to enjoy this victory, but now go back to work and improve. And that hopefully will get us this 4-game winning streak, the results that we want. Yeah.
Front row on your right, Pete Sampson.
I guess to that effect, like, how valuable is it to the players to know that if you put in that work, you get the result on Saturday that you want now? Like, if you put in X, you get Y, and it's the Y that you want.
I wish I could tell you it was guaranteed, Pete, but it's not. You put yourself in a situation to hopefully get the results that you want. Then you got to go out there on Saturday and make play. You got to go out there and do it on Saturdays, every play. Your focus has to be so locked in on this play, and that's what you see sometimes. At times, if it's a lack of focus, hey, we're not locked in on exactly what we need to do, But this is, I can tell you this: if you don't prepare the way we prepare, you won't have a chance of winning on Saturday. And that's what they got to understand. That's the only guarantee I can give you. I can't guarantee you that we're going to win on Saturday if we prepare this way, but I can guarantee you we won't win on Saturday if we don't prepare the right way. And so they just got to continue to get lost in the work.
KK Smith kind of may outside that top 4 receivers, but just what has he brought in practice that he earned the reps today, and then what can he give you when he's out there?
Yeah, I don't know when Micah went down with a hand injury. They kind of told me Micah's out. He's got a hand injury. KK's been a guy that has been practicing at a high level. He's earning trust from CJ and Kenny in practice, and he's committed to being a better player. And today he gets a little bit of that reward. But I've always said this: you earn the trust of your teammates and coaches in practice way before you're doing it on the game field.
Third row on your left, Pete Byrne.
Marcus, this was a really tight game at halftime, and then on both sides of the ball, I guess really all 3 phases, you guys came out and took it from them in the third quarter. What was your message at halftime, and then what did you see that allowed them to do that?
The message was stop beating Notre Dame. That was the message. You look at the touchdown drive in the first half, and bad technique. We give up an explosive play, and they convert on 2 or 3 third downs, and that's the result. And then on offense, I already mentioned it, the penalties that put you behind the sticks result in punting the ball or turnover on downs. And so you have to – it's easy for me to say don't be Notre Dame, but we have to continue to train our minds to focus in the right way and go out and execute. And so they did. And it wasn't perfect in the second half. I think it came out the first series on offense, we had to punt. We went 3 and out. And so it ain't like we came out of the locker room perfectly, but you just keep battling. And you just – you're going to look at me and say, really? But it's just win this play. It's really it. Your mindset has to just be, I don't care what happened last play. I don't care what happened. I got to win this play. I've been trained to win this play, and I got to go out there and do it. And then you got to move on to the next one, and that's going to hopefully help you get the results you want.
Turnovers were hard for you guys to come by first couple games, but that has changed the last few weeks. How are you doing that?
Man, you guys look for the magic. Our guys are playing hard. I'm trying to think. I know Adon had one, right? And I can't remember. I think we got good pressure up front. And it was the cover 2. He was perfect, man. He did his job, had 3 on the over, and was in a great position and made the play. So that's understanding what you're asked to do, play with clarity, and execute your assignment. I know Carson had one at the end. Kingston had one. But usually it's the front and the coverage that helps you with all those things. But I don't know. I guess it's an accumulation of guys executing on that play.
Front row on your right, Eric Hansen.
Coach, it felt like a really big play in the game, even still when the score got lopsided, and that's Tyler Buckner's fake punt. What did you see there, and what gave you the fortitude to go for it there? Well,
I felt conviction from practice that we could do that right there, and we practiced it for a while. And I'm gonna shout out Coach Biaggi and the special teams, the staff, the players, the buy-in, and the commitment. We're trying to always steal possession, extend drive. And I thought we needed it at that moment because we went 3 and out the first drive of the second half, get a false start on that drive by Ashton. I'm like, we need something. We need a plug. And it was 4th and 2, and I'm like, hey, go run it. And credit to those guys for the work they put in, from Coach Biaggi on down to the players to Buckner. That's what gave me conviction to say, let's do it on this moment.
And then you mentioned about the defensive turnaround. You gave a lot of credit to the players and the work they put in. We asked you a lot of weeks about Chris Ash, and I wondered if you could talk about the work he put in your defensive staff that's worked in concert with the players' effort.
Yeah, I think what I talked about after that week, maybe it was Purdue, right, is that there was 2 options. You blame, if Chris Ash can blame the players and the staff, and in return the staff can blame him and the players can blame him, or you guys come together, you double down, you fix it, you have uncomfortable conversations, and you really work tirelessly to get this thing to a better level. And that's what they did. And he's the leader of the defense. And so I'm going to always give him the credit. And I give the players the credit for buying in and working. Our leadership on our players, you know, our captains like Adon and Donnie and Drake have done an unbelievable job continuing to make sure our guys are practicing the right way, but their mindset are right. Right? This is our defense. This ain't somebody. This is ours, and that's the buy-in that I think you're seeing the reflection of.
Coach Freeman, thank you.
Thank you, guys.